Hello friends, welcome back to Belle's Library. I'm Heather and today we're going to do a book unhaul in which I actually bring you along for the ride. You're going to help me decide on some of these books and let's see how many books I can unhaul. If you guys haven't subscribed, you're new here, definitely get down below and do that. I also have a Goodreads and Instagram that's linked for you guys so we can chat on a bunch of different platforms. So go ahead and click into those and then we'll get started into the video here. I haven't really talked a ton about this, but in a few months after I finish nursing school, we are making a out-of-state move, and so I really need to bring down my collection of books. I'm trying to read off my shelves as much as possible so that I can unhaul things that I am not enjoying reading, and I need to kind of thin the crop a little bit here because moving books is heavy and a lot, and we're each just taking our cars and what can fit in the cars. So it's going to be interesting, but I just thought let's go through and see what books I can start kind of weeding out now. And to be quite honest, things aren't fitting on my shelf anymore either. I've got a lot of books where I've just kind of like thrown them in here, or like these are stacked like in front of a whole nother stack, and like I don't have room. So we're gonna make some room for some of these books and just see what we can get rid of. So we'll start with these top two shelves. These are books that I have read, all of them, and so I should have opinions and thoughts, and we can start kind of getting rid of ones that just were kind of and I don't necessarily need to keep the book for anymore. So instantly I can tell you that I recently read Paper Towns and it just wasn't really my favorite. It was okay, I gave it 3 stars, but it's definitely a book that can go. And so I think we'll go ahead and say we're gonna unhaul Paper Towns by John Green. So I guess we can just kind of peek through these ones here. I also think that I will get rid of Hungry Hearts. I was really excited to read this anthology. I recently read it as well. Actually, both of these are in a recent reads video. I will link up above. But this is basically an anthology following Hungry Heart Row. It's this little town that has a whole bunch of different restaurants, and there's 13 tales of food and love. So you're kind of following the family or people that run each of the restaurants and each of the stories. And it was fun. There's a couple that are really enjoyable in there, but I don't think I am going to read it again. And I think we can go ahead and unhaul this one. I enjoyed the names they gave us, and Goddess in the Machine and Serpent and Dove, so I'm going to keep those. So over here, I have quite a few books that I really, really enjoyed and loved, but I do see a couple that I think I might go ahead and pass along. So Spinning Silver, I really did not enjoy, but I've kept this book for a while because I love the cover and I think it's so beautiful that I haven't wanted to get rid of it because it's just gorgeous. But you know, it shouldn't just sit on my shelf being unread. There's somebody else out there who will want to read this and hopefully enjoy it. And then We Are the Ants. I actually tabbed a little bit in this one. I enjoyed this read. It was a little bit slower for me, and I just don't see myself going back and rereading this, but I think that it's a really good book to have out there that kind of talks about depression and also being a young gay kid at school who maybe is getting picked on more, and has some good discussion pieces in here that somebody will definitely love and enjoy. And so I think I'm gonna go ahead and add that one in the pile. I'm not sure about this one. I really enjoyed reading this one. It's A Million Junes by Emily Henry. It's kind of a magical realism book. It's YA, and it's kind of a Romeo and Juliet type retelling. I did enjoy it. Will I go back and reread it? I don't know, but not that I'll reread all these books anyways. So I don't know. I'm gonna put this in an I'm not sure pile. So moving into just the ones on the shelf here, I don't know if I can get rid of this one. It's another one that I just think the cover's gorgeous. This is one of my favorite covers ever. It's so beautiful. Oh my gosh, it's just gorgeous. And I did enjoy the story. It's just not like super up my alley. Like, I don't know, but it is really cute and I did enjoy it. And it was good, like it, you know, took on CF and the topic of having an illness like that when you're really young and what that means for your life and how 2 different people can kind of take it in 2 different ways and decide to do different things. I don't know. This is going to go in the I don't know pile. I'm not sure about this one either. This is The Afterlife of Holly Chase by Cynthia Hand. It was a really fun retelling. Follows, why can I never remember what the actual retelling is called? I'm like, it's Scrooge. And he even had like a commenter be like, oh, it's this one. And I'm like, yes, that's it. And I can't remember. And it was literally in a video recently. Oh man, it was in my reread, rewrite, or burn tag that I did, which was really fun. But anyways, you guys know what I'm talking about. I just can't think of the name. I don't know. But I enjoyed it. I just don't know that I would reread this one, and I just kind of on the fence. But then it's like nice to have like a holiday book on my shelves too that I could always just reach for. But I don't know. I think I'm just gonna have this one go. Okay, so I think that's kind of the end of that top shelf, which that's pretty good. I've got 5 in my unhaul and 2 in a maybe. And that's a ton of extra room, so that's exciting. Okay, so let's see what the second shelf has. So, not going to get rid of either of these series. I really enjoy them. This series I'm going to keep. Caraval's I'm going to keep. Like, these are all keepers. I didn't totally love Where Dreams Descend, but the sequel's coming out soon, or came out recently, something like that. And I am curious as to where it's going to go, so I'm going to hold on to that one just for a little bit. Because there's potential that the setup could go somewhere that's worth it. So in this little corner, I've got a few graphic novels. I don't think I'm getting rid of those. And I do want to keep The Weight of the Stars and Cinder. I'm hoping to continue the Lunar Chronicles in the future. So yeah, there's not a lot on this shelf that we're actually going to get to. Okay, here are my next 2 shelves. I've got my unhaul, my maybe pile. Let's go ahead and... This shelf is half read and half not read. So I can tell you, so out of the section here that I have read, I think the only one that I'm probably going to unhaul is Sorcery of Thorns. I recently read this one. I have a vlog, and I just was kind of disappointed. I felt like the writing was just really average because the story could have been so much more, and it just never came to life. I never felt connected. And so as beautiful as this book is, because it is gorgeous, there it is, I think that one's going to go. So moving into some books that I haven't read that I just kind of have to think, like, am I actually going to read this? Am I actually interested? Do I want to do it? So I think I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the other John Green books that I have on my shelf that I haven't read. I know somebody out there will enjoy this, and they will be more into these books, but they're just, I don't think they're for me anymore. They're just not like something that I gravitate towards that I'm going to want to pick up. I'm going to want something a little bit more either adult or hard-hitting or just something different in my YA than what John Green has, I feel like. And after having read Paper Towns and just kind of feeling meh about it, I think I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of the other 2 books I have. So I definitely want to keep my Taylor Jenkins Reid books, and Miranda Acevedo, I read another book by her that I really enjoyed, as well as like pretty much almost all of these books are from authors I've read from before that I just want to continue the works that they have, so we're okay there. And then my beautiful little collection of these classic horror books, and this is the Guillermo del Toro Penguin Horror Collection, and I've got these guys over here. Not getting rid of those. I love them. They're gorgeous. Okay, so on that shelf we added a few more to our stack here. I'm gonna actually move the stack up. Okay, so now on this shelf, these are all ones I haven't read yet. A lot of these I'm still really interested in getting to. Like, I actually did read the first book in the Shades of Magic series here, so I do want to continue those. I want to try and get to the Hunger Games at some point. I have plans to get to a lot of these. I don't really see anything on this shelf that I'm like, nah, that one can go. Now we're gonna see if we can get you to my bottom shelf in some way. Okay, I think that's the best angle we're really going to get for down here. I'm currently reading this one, enjoying my Riley Sager reads at the moment. Just got this one, so that one's staying. But Circe, I DNF'd this. I just, nope, it was not for me. And somebody out there is going to love this one because so many people have. So this one's going to be unhauled. So over here, I have a bunch of Cassandra Clare's Infernal Devices and Shadow Trilogy. What is it? The Mortal Instruments series. So I haven't read that series, but I am curious about it, and I found the set for pretty inexpensive, so I picked it up. I'm not going to unhaul those at this time, but I really do want to try and at least read one of those books and see if it's something I'm wanting to get to. And then Graceling, I know, is, I think the third or fourth book just came out recently, but something I'm still curious about. A few of these books I like literally just hauled. I do have Stardaughter and Skyward are both on my I need to read in the next 12 months or they self-destruct, and I have plans to read those as buddy reads here in the next month or so. So the last little book I'm going to pull out of here is Sky Beyond the Storm. This is the last book in the Ember and the Ashes series. I actually ended up getting 2 of these books, and so I just need to unhaul one because I have 2 of them, and there's no need for me to have 2 of the same book. But I definitely really enjoyed the series so far. I still need to read this last one, and I have plans to read those as buddy reads here in the next month or so. So the last little book I'm going to pull out of here is Sky Beyond the Storm. This is the last book in the Ember and the Ashes series. I actually ended up getting 2 of these books, and so I just need to unhaul one because I have 2 of them, and there's no need for me to have 2 of the same book. But I definitely really enjoyed the series so far. I still need to read this last one. But okay, we have one last section over here where I keep a lot of my book of the month books, and so we're gonna just see if there's anything over there at all. So book of the month books, I've read about half of these and haven't read another half. As far as getting rid of any, I don't know if there's a ton, but I am thinking that this time next year is probably like, I found it okay, but I don't see myself ever really going back to it, and I don't super remember a ton about it, so I think we'll be okay with unhauling that one. And then also Honey Girl, I thought this was okay. It, you know, wasn't awful, wasn't great, it was okay. Beautiful cover, gorgeous. So I'm curious as to what else this author is going to end up doing in the future. Just at this time, this one wasn't totally for me, so I think that one will go in the unhaul. So let's go see what all we have. Here is the unhaul stack. These ones still questioning. Let's look at them. I think I like really just want to hold on to them for a little bit longer, but I'm like, but really, should I just go with it? I don't know. I think I'm going to hold on to them for now. I'll sit on them a little bit longer and just really think about it and see what I end up deciding on these. But for now, we'll unhaul these ones, and I'm sure I'll do more unhauling once we get a little bit closer and I can read through a few more of these books and decide what I want to do. So let's go ahead and count how many we've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so I unhauled 12 books. That's not too bad. I will take that. And I'm sure as I'm reading through some more of these, I'll be able to maybe unhaul a couple more that didn't totally hit the spot, and I can, you know, figure that out. But for now, we've got 12 books that are gonna go. Okay, I'm gonna go. I would absolutely love for maybe some like fall leaves or like a pumpkin, because I'm ready for fall so much, you guys. It has been so hot. I'm tired of 100-degree weather here in dry California. And you know what? We could probably use a little rain because these fires suck. And yeah, just did my nails all fall colors. I've got fall vibes happening. I need like a fall candle going now. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.